Welcome Facebook fam to the first ever LorAnn Oils 1 Flavor 5 Ways live demonstration. Today we're going to show you how to make a cotton candy flavored poke cake. It's a really fun twist on a classic poke cake recipe, and it's really easy to make using ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen or your pantry. Take a look here at the finished product. It's so beautiful. Take a look, focus on the cake. Stop scrolling on Facebook. Don't argue about politics with your uncle. He's not gonna change his mind. Just look at this cake, it's delicious. You can see that we've garnished it with actual cotton candy, and it's flavored with cotton candy. It also has a pudding kind of center filling, so it's really gooey and moist and delicious. You're going to love it. So now I'm going to walk you through our ingredients, and everything is really simple. First, you're going to need 1 box of cake mix. We went with simple white vanilla cake mix. If you have your own recipe for cake mix, go ahead and use it, more power to you. Really easy to use a cake mix out of a box as well. And this one in particular called for 3 egg whites, a 1/4 cup of oil, and 1 cup of water. So we'll use that to make our cake base. You'll also need the ingredients to make the pudding filling. And so for that we've used 2 boxes of white chocolate pudding. Vanilla would be really tasty as well. We went with white chocolate today. 3 cups of milk to make your actual pudding mix. And then to jazz it up a little bit, we decided to go with some classic cotton candy colored food coloring. So we have blue, pink, and purple, and we're gonna make a really cool little marbleized pudding mix. For your icing, you're also going to need just some whipped topping. You're going to need your cotton candy garnish. And most importantly, you're going to need your LorAnn Oils cotton candy flavor. This is a 1 dram size, and LorAnn Oils has super strength oils that are 3 to 4 times more potent and more flavorful than an extract. So we're just going to use a little bit today. We're going to use 1/2 teaspoon. This cotton candy flavor also comes in a 1 ounce size, and you can get either of these at LorAnnOils.com. So with that, we're going to get started making our actual cake. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna start by making my cake base. So I'm going to take my box of cake mix, and I'm just gonna add, again, the ingredients that are on the back of the box. So for this one, that was our 3 egg whites. That was our 1/4 cup of oil. And 1 cup of water. And now the moment of truth, the secret ingredient, our secret weapon, if you will. We're going to use our cotton candy flavor from LorAnn Oils. And again, this is much more powerful and flavorful than an extract. So we're just going to use a little bit, 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna pour that in, and that's gonna give you all the flavor, cotton candy flavor that you really need. I'm gonna mix all that up. Get everything incorporated. Get all of the dry stuff, all of those little lumps out. You want your cake batter to be really nice and smooth before you pour it in. All right, great, that is looking good. So now, I'm going to take my 13x7 pan, which I've already greased. You're going to want to spray a little bit of cooking spray in there so that your cake doesn't stick to your pan. And we're just going to go ahead and pour that right in. Nice and even. Going to kind of level it out in your pan so that it bakes evenly. Get all the corners. So you have a nice, evenly baked cake. No burnt spots. Excellent. So now we're going to put this in our oven at 350 for about 25 minutes, or whatever it says on the back of your cake box. All right, so now while we wait for that to bake, we're going to make our pudding topping. So again, for that, you're going to need your 2 boxes of pudding, and you're going to need your milk. Now we're just gonna pour that right in. mix that right up. And you want this to get nice and thick, so you want cold milk. It'll help it thicken faster. Again, you gotta get all those little lumps out. We went with white chocolate again, and vanilla would taste really good, but white chocolate just adds a little bit of richness, which is kind of nice. You might make a little mess, that's okay. It happens. So my pudding's starting to thicken up a little bit. Looking pretty good. All right, so our pudding is really firming up now. It's looking really, really good. So I think what we're going to do next is we're going to add our food coloring in. And what I'd like to do is just add a little bit of each. 1 drop is plenty. Oh, I got an extra drop in there, that's okay. There's my 1 blue. We'll do a little pink. Oh, yeah, it comes out fast. And we'll do a little purple. Oh, a little extra purple, that's okay. And then what I kind of like to do is just like do a little marble effect. So just kind of move it around a little bit. Don't really like mix it up too much, because you kind of want like the colors to stay a little bit separated and kind of have like this nice little marble effect. So that's kind of what I've done there, as you can see. And this pudding is going to go into the cake once you poke it, and it's really gonna give it that nice, moist, kind of gooey flavor. It's gonna be so delicious. So now, we just put that cake into the oven, but I baked a stunt cake a little earlier. Again, I don't have a radioactive oven that's, you know, making me a cake in 2 minutes, but I wanted to be able to show you how to do this. So we have our stunt cake here. Unfortunately, it was paid less than the other cake. That's the star, it happens. And what we're going to do is we're gonna start poking the cake. So I take my wooden spoon, just take the little end, and you can just start poking holes. And don't be afraid to poke too many holes. You want that pudding to get, you know, really nice and infused in the cake. So go ahead and poke to your heart's content. Poke, poke, poke. Nice and evenly across the cake. So, you know, just kind of like that. And now we're gonna take our pudding, and I'm just gonna kind of finish up the marbleizing just a touch, just a few more stirs here, and then we're gonna start to drop it into our cake. Excellent. All right. All right, now I'm gonna take my spatula, and we're just gonna kind of, again, just move that pudding back and forth across the cake here. Trying to keep that marble effect in there, so you don't want to mix too hard or too fast, because you want to keep those nice colors separated. What you want to happen is to have all of that pudding kind of soak into those holes that you poked and make the cake really, really moist. So once you have that nice and evenly spread, and I'll show you here how it looks, you can still kind of see a little bit of that marbling effect underneath. And that'll come through a little bit more once you actually slice the cake. You'll kind of see the layers of color in there as well. We're gonna put this in the fridge for about an hour, and that's about the time it takes for that pudding to really firm up, soak into the cake, really give it that gooey goodness that you're looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and put this into the fridge. And magically, we already have another stunt cake ready to go, who has been chilling in the fridge for about 60 minutes here. You can see here that marbling really came through, and the cake looks really, really moist. It's kind of dropped down into those little holes to give it that really good gooey pudding flavor on the inside. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to top it with our whipped topping. So I'm going to grab our whipped topping right over here. And we're just, again, just like frosting, just going to spread this on really nice and evenly. You can never have too much of this either, really. And we'll just kind of spread it on really nicely. Get a few good dollops going. Super simple cake everyone is going to love. And everyone's going to ask you for the recipe. And it's so fast and easy. All right, so we have our whipped topping all over our cake. It looks lovely. And now, straight from the county fair, we're going to top with our cotton candy. And really all you need to do is just kind of pull little pieces off of your kind of bigger bunch and just kind of decorate with it. Just kind of move around, little bits here and there. No rhyme or reason, just make it look cute. And just kind of cover the top and just kind of alternate colors. I have pink and blue today. Need a little more pink. And back to blue. And with the cotton candy on top and the LorAnn Oils cotton candy flavoring inside of your cake, it's going to just taste so cotton candy-licious. You're just not going to believe it. And just little bits all around. You're just going to kind of want to cover it. It's going to be just like a little bit of instead of sprinkles or anything else you might put on top of your cake. Just kind of cover that whipped frosting. There, lovely. One more pink over here. And there. So there you have it. That was our cotton candy poke cake made possible by LorAnn Oils. It was really simple. All we did was take a box of cake mix. We used the ingredients and the instructions on that to make our cake. We made our pudding. We poked some holes in the cake. We poured our pudding on top. We put it in the fridge for about an hour, let it chill, and then came back out, put our whipped topping, and garnished it with our cotton candy. Super simple, everyone's going to love it. Great for parties, birthday parties, baby showers because of the pink and blue. And everyone's going to love both the flavor of the cotton candy and the cotton candy super strength oil. It's just going to bring that really delicious flavor out in so many ways. Again, that is the cotton candy flavor oil from LorAnnOils.com. You can get it in the dram size or the 1 ounce size. And we hope you enjoyed watching us today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Happy baking.